Hello there. There's an old saying that goes, music is food for the soul. Even Beethoven himself once said, music is the mediation between the spiritual and the sensual life. We've got lots to talk about. Join me in today's episode with Miss B as I talk about love and music and how the two intertwine, with some very special guests from Philippine and international music industry.
Welcome to JuanTV, where you can watch Viva Channel on your smartphone, PBO movies on your tablet, Solar News and all the latest sports on Action TV with your laptop, and of course, your favorite shows and teleseries on Kapatid TV5, as well as original shows on Channel 1. Watch Ann Curtis, Derek Ramsey, Sarah Ronimo, and all the biggest stars. With the largest selection of Filipino shows, teleseries, and movies, what better way to bring the family together than with JuanTV? Call us or sign up today at juantv.ca.
Come down to Tugawi Cove Resort because this place rocks.
I'm so proud to feature on the show 1970s and 1980s music icon, Miss Teresa Carpio, who is also dubbed as Asia's Queen of Songs, and her equally talented daughter, film and stage actress, TV Carpio.
Growing up in Hong Kong at a time where there was the British rule, growing up with, everywhere we go is just Filipino musicians. 98% of the musicians there were Filipinos, from jazz to any kind of music they could play. And so I was very fortunate, very blessed that I grew up in that environment, and I never knew anything else. I feel so much for my Filipino heritage in Hong Kong, because without the Filipinos, our music business, even with the Chinese music, it wouldn't be as good as it is as it was in the 80s and 90s. It was all the music was by the Filipinos. Really? Even though the credits are given to famous Chinese composers, because the Filipinos say, yeah, okay, you go take the names, okay, we just get paid, you know. They don't mind that, you know, because everyone worked really well together. There wasn't this thing, oh, I gotta have this name, or I can't share this with you. It was all given out with community. Love. Yeah. The Filipinos just gave it all out. You know, when my album first came out when I was 17, I was the cover queen. I mean, they gave me songs to sing, so I sang. I just want to do an album for my mom, because I was asked by EMI, and this English guy, this tall 6'4" English guy came. He's the head of EMI in Hong Kong. He came and everybody was against his wishes. Thought he was crazy to find a Filipino Chinese singer to do English songs on. You know, nobody's ever did it. The history of Hong Kong, I sold more than the original singers in Hong Kong, and then the album sold 20,000 in Hong Kong, but over 100,000 was sold pirated. In Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, Philippines. That's why so many people in Asia knew me, was because of piracy. You know, for me, being on stage is like, wow, I'm so blessed. You know, and I hope that I could do more, and that's why teaching singing is such an honor for me to teach, because I really get so much from my students. They've given me that inspiration. Every one of them, good or bad, they've given me their passion. And so I'm very proud to say that up until today, whenever I go on stage, I feel, wow, I'm so amazed, you know, that I can do so much. It's because I've been teaching and sharing. This is something that in Hong Kong nowadays, people are so afraid of sharing, so afraid of being, you know, I guess with the copying stuff, you know. Really? And I go like, I've gone through that too, you know. I said, why should I teach? People says, oh, you got to teach that. I said, no. Why should I share? Yeah. But when I did teach, I found that it's really not just one-sided. It's really all around so amazing that everybody benefits and everybody gets better. And that's what I think in Hong Kong now, the community, there's a lot of, you know, when you look into eyes of a performer or an artist or an up-and-coming singer or someone who wants to be in the music business, they've lost that spirit of just the love and passion for music. Right now it's like, I gotta look out for my space here on the stage, or I gotta look out for my name to be out there all the time, and they're all worried about things that are not really that important to our art. They want something that can give you that emotional sense that you're really singing from your heart and to them.
Can I say? Because the first thing was, I was like, Mom, I was so excited. I was like, I'm going to work with this amazing director. They're going to pay me to sing Beatles songs and like fly back to New York for like 8 months. Like, isn't this awesome? I was like, she was like, what? You got a job? I was like, yeah, I got a job. She's like, finally. That was her reaction. It took her a while. It wasn't until I did the movie. It wasn't until I did the movie and it came to Hong Kong and she watched it. She was like, so proud. She's like, did you know my daughter? She sings this song. It's a cry. Everywhere we go, and I'm like, Mom, come on. Why couldn't you give me this reaction like when I got the movie?
No, you don't even remember the detail that when you called me.
Oh, I remember.
About the audition.
You said, oh, honey, you're going to get it.
Yes.
You said.
You see, I've never ever said that before. Mm-hmm. Because I knew deep down that she really wanted it, right? But because of, you know, when you grow up in the environment she's in with a mom or a parent that's a celebrity and very successful, it applies to every family that you see have successful parents. The children are always like, yeah, you can do it, but I can't. You know, they always have this thing. Very few would go and say, I'm going to be better than you. I don't need your help, right? Even though she didn't ask me for help, but there's this thing that I hear all the time. How come you're not helping me? You're always helping your students. Anyway,
students, yeah.
Going back to the audition, she called me, Mom, you know, I'm doing this audition. I can't tell you anymore. I said, you're going to get it. And you're going to be paid this much. She says, you're crazy, Mom. And she did get paid that much.
Really?
Nice.
All right, Mom, yeah. That's why I don't like her to tell me anything, because sometimes everything she says comes true. Yeah. Even if it's bad, I'm like, Mom, don't say any more. Don't curse it. Funny. Don't curse it. Don't just...
I'm not
let
cursing
me find
it.
my way. Because,
I said, don't go out so late at night. It's too... Mom. And then she fell down and hit her tooth and fell off.
I was 11. I was 11. I have instant karma. Like, my parents never really have to punish me. Like, God punishes me instantly. My mother used to tell me, I'm so lucky that I have instant karma. Yeah. I snuck out the one time my mom said I couldn't go, and what do? I think I'm showing off, you know. You know, to be fair, to preface the story, I was in Springfield, Missouri, very racist place at the time. I was the only Asian person. So I wanted to be cool and be like, you know, I can rollerblade, haha, you know, and I did, and I was like feeling all cool, and then what happens? I go on the front wheel, fall flat on my face, and on the floor I see half of my tooth there. Oh. And then the dreaded having to call your parents first that, hey, I'm not at home, I'm at a skating rink, and I broke half my front tooth. I gotta go to the dentist. So all the way to the dentist, and I hate the dentist with a passion. They all know it. My mom's just standing there. I could feel, I told you so. I don't need to say it. Told you so. Told you so. You don't listen to me.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand when I say that
so many talented people, dime a dozen out there, but when they're proud and they're not hardworking and they blame the world, that's the worst.
Because I grew up in Hong Kong and in an Asian culture, I think especially I was always taught to be humble. But when in a Western environment, I find that doesn't always get you anywhere. In fact, I feel like I've had to gain more, like, to say I can do this in order to just be heard, because I'm so used to, well, I'll just sit and hopefully someone will notice. So that's why it's taken so long for me to say, okay, well, I can do it. Where, you know, where I found as before, like, I just didn't have the confidence to say that. I mean, really, Spider-Man is the first time I felt like I had the confidence, even after Cross the Universe. I didn't even realize, I didn't really ever felt like I could sing. It wasn't only until, like, I think someone told me, like, oh, 3 million people watched you on YouTube singing that one song. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Or in Spider-Man, like, I tell
I've
you,
been watching a lot.
it was really cute.
We spent a fortune.
I'll tell you, the first time she came, that was really cute. The first time, I didn't know she was coming to see the show. And it was my birthday that year. And so as I'm taking my bow, I see this person running down the aisle of theater, running. And I'm like singing to my mom. She goes, "That's my baby." She starts standing. She's like, "That's my baby." She's like, "It's her birthday. It's my baby." And she's like crying. I'm crying. All the girls in the chorus are crying. And she starts to come up on the stage. I'm like, "No, Mom, you can't come up on the stage. I'll see you backstage, okay?" It was really cute. All the girls afterwards, the chorus girls were telling me, "They're your mom." She's like, "I was crying. It was so sweet." Yeah, so she's very proud mom.
What can you like give an advice to avoid, like 3 things that they should not do?
They should never give up on their dreams. And I think that, you know, if, like say in Vancouver, and Canada, especially if you live in Canada, it's a huge country. They should travel all around and keep performing and doing their art.
Right.
You know, I never stop. You know, no matter, even if you have a day job, you find time to hone your skills, keep doing stuff. You know, it's like I'm so happy to meet Andre and Boom, because even though they might have other things that they want to do, or, you know, they'll keep on doing something about the entertainment and keep, like for you, keep on spreading the word, because music and arts, it's the core of our being. We cannot not do this.
Mga kaibigan, please welcome ang international recording artist po. And of course, for us, talent has no boundaries. It has no limit. It's ageless. Miss Teresa Carpio.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
How are you?
Kumusta ka?
Mabuti po. And how are you, TV?
I'm well, thank you. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Let me clear the place where I was born. I was born and raised in Hong Kong.
Oh, that's right.
My father's Filipino from Manila, and my mother's from Shanghai.
Oh.
And they met in Hong Kong
Oh, I see.
just when the war started. And then I'm the eldest of 5 kids.
Oh, dear.
And then I started working when I was 11 as a singer already.
Now, I know that, you know, you said that I'm international, but, you know, in Asia, you know, I am known, but internationally, no. But now TV, in my world, she's really went up more than me, because she's been on Broadway without any support. You know, they don't, you know how it is in America, in the Western countries, you have to be a part of some circle. And she's really strived for 18 years
she's actually a professional auditionee. She would go to every audition. She would never give up. People would say no, and I've heard stories. She'd be crying to me, and how people would ridicule her, and sort of, sometimes the mental abuse of saying certain things and putting down. She never gave up. And so I was so proud to watch her. So proud to watch her. And it's not because she's not just on Broadway. I mean, there's a lot of people who can just go on Broadway, but she really worked her butt off, and she does have talent, because she gives her heart. Even if it's a small part, she would give her heart to it, and that's my daughter, TV.
Well, I think she got mostly from you. I mean, from performing and stuff, and the spirit. And it's actually not the winning that sometimes is more significant. It's the not giving up when you fail.
Yes.
Because you learn, and then you stand up. And you
I always
move on.
think there's no word as fail.
No,
It's a process.
it's a process.
Yes.
That's right.
I just feel that every stage of your life, it's an experience, and you just have to improve unless you give it up.
Correct.
What I've learned as I've gotten older is that no matter what my mother says, however I take it, it is coming from a true place of love. And
Very nice.
so I've learned that if I can deal with any kind of constructive criticism from my own mother, who I look up to more than anyone, I can deal with it from anyone else.
That's right. Very nice. So, TV, what has been the most inspirational moment for you and made you decide, yes, this is, because there are kids I don't want to be like my mom.
That's exactly what I was like, actually, and not in a bad way, not
Yes,
because, it's
of course.
because it was so daunting.
Mhm.
I grew up watching my mother behind the bands. I wasn't at home, I was always watching, and I was just amazed. Even the other night watching her, I was like, made me want to cry. I was still amazed.
That's nice. And ladies and gentlemen, you can feel the rawness of their relationship. It's not like put on. When they're being interviewed by media, you sometimes see this very, very show business kind of a relationship that they have. But these two are really very organic. And
We're actually very transparent because music has taught us to be real in many ways, and also just life, when we are following our dreams and passion, and through the ups and downs, and a lot of it, for the longest time was downs.
Yes.
And when you don't give up, you become stronger, and you become even more, I guess, more definite about what you really want.
I think I had a lot of self-doubt and pressure on
Yeah.
myself because my mother is so amazing.
Mhm.
But I wanted to find my own identity and do
You
my
already
own
have-
thing.
You already have the DNA is that you're special, honey. I told you from day one that you're very special. You don't
But
have
I
to
feel
compare
like all
yourself
parents
to
say
anyone.
that, and
No, it's
I grew up in
true.
Asia, but I came over here, and most 11-year-olds, 13-year-olds, but you just want to be like everyone else.
Exactly.
You don't want to be different.
Oh, believe me, I know what you mean.
I want to apologize to the Filipinos. The reason why I don't speak Tagalog is my father never taught me.
Oh dear.
But, my daughter TV can. She went
No.
to please sing a little few because we don't have time.
I
Sing
just
a few.
think, parang di ko yata kaya.
Oh my God!
Pag sa buhay ko'y wala ka, anhin ng pag-ibig, kung puso ay nag-iisa.
Oh wow! Wow! That's so nice. Well, thank you so very much for coming,
Thank you,
and we'll
thank
be
you.
hearing more of your music soon in any of our programs, everyday programs. Miss Carpio,
Thank
maraming
you so
salamat.
much.
Maraming salamat, TV, and all the best to both of you guys.
God bless you, everyone.
God bless. Blessings to all. One Radio 96.1 with Miss B. Maraming salamat. We went to Seattle to watch the concert of Timmy Pavino. And guess who we caught up with? It's Asia's Nightingale, Miss Lani Misalucha. It's so inspiring that with all the fame and success, for Miss Lani Misalucha, it's always family first. Hi, Miss Lani. How are you?
Feeling good. Thank you.
Grabe. So, standing ovation last night at Timmy Pavino's concert.
It was a great show, huh?
It was. I was actually in the front row, and I couldn't help it. I had to stand up. I hope you saw me. I think I was the one who first stood up. It was mind-blowing, and I've been a big fan ever since, I think, when you were still starting in the Philippines. And what has been the greatest challenge for you, like to reach where you are at right now?
I guess in any field that you are in, when you're trying to, get to a point where you want it to be, definitely you'll encounter a lot of hurdles and challenges. But in my case, I feel I really didn't experience, in total hardship at all. It's just, especially when we got here in the United States, from Philippines, we moved here, we migrated here in the US 2004, and my kids were just, that time, 10 years old and 12 and a half. So, I guess I can consider that as one of the challenges that we experience as a family. Of course, ang karir ko, I always, I consider my career as a secondary thing in my life. It always has to be my family first. So when we decided to migrate here, I feel that it's a complete sadness, because you're leaving all your your relatives and friends behind, and of course how the lifestyle in the Philippines, you're leaving all the comforts and
it's not as if you left because there was nothing anymore for you.
Oh no,
you left when you're already there. And I remember that I said, wow, she had to relocate to Vegas, but she's already famous here. And that's one thing I admire about you. Lagi mo sinasabi ang family mo ang number one sa'yo, which is really refreshing to hear. Has there been like everything falling into place? Wala bang naging problema?
Wala naman.
That's good.
Wala naman. Ang kasi yung decision namin na mag-migrate dito sa Amerika, family decision yun na hindi actually career move yun or anything. Talagang gusto namin talaga na ng simpleng buhay. Kasi na-experience ko na yung celebrity life, yung entertainment, showbiz life sa Pilipinas. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, siguro yun na yun. At least I was able to experience it. At saka, I had the chance to benefit from it. So sabi ko, okay na to. So manahimik na tayo. Gusto ko na talagang yung tahimik. But then again, hindi. Sinusundan pa rin ako ng
kasi I think
pagkanta.
It's because of the fact that you are not trying to be a celebrity yourself. Prime and foremost, you're a real person inside and out. And because you're also a real performer through and through. What do you look forward to, like 5 years from now?
I just take each day, parang one step at a time lang ako eh. But gosh, honestly, Definitely.
You
Kung
still be singing?
Well, 5 years from now, you're asking me 5 years from now. I'll probably be still singing, pero siguro not as much. Kasi, syempre 5 years from now, I'd be...
You provide inspiration to women. You're in your category, successful and in all facets of life, like marriage, children, and your career. I think maganda yung naging role model ka sa ating mga kababayan. Sa mga nakikita mo ngayon, all the, the working moms and stuff like that, and then also empowering themselves. Ano yung nakikita mong kulang sa karamihan and what makes them like, parang hindi sila kompleto?
Masasabi ko to dahil ito yung experience ko. Kung ano man talaga yung gagawin mo, kung ano mang aspeto ang gagawin mo, o ano mang goal, plano, dreams, ang gusto mong mahangad, hindi mo gagawin lahat yun kung hindi wala sa tulong ng Panginoon eh.
Yeah.
Honestly, alam mo, it happened to us so many times. Darating kami sa point na, oh my gosh, teka muna, so the following 3 months pala, wala pala tayong trabaho. We would just pray and ask, especially my husband, ang lakas niyan sa Panginoon. He would just pray and then, in a matter of few days, darating na.
Nice.
It's, hindi ka rin naman po pwedeng magre-rely ka na lang, pray, tapos wala ka naman palang gagawin. Wala ring effect yun. But yun ito yung pinaka-importante. Hindi naman tayo nag-i-impose na, maging religious ka or anything. But ito lang yung kumbaga, nagiging experience namin. Ito yung personal na nangyayari sa buhay namin. So, yun lang talaga.
So, spirituality has actually played a very good role, central focal point on your career, on your life, as a general with your family. And that's been really motivational for all of us.
Catch more of this exclusive interview with Lanny Misalucha on future episodes of Ms. B, only here on Channel 1.
Hi, I'm Lanny Misalucha. You're watching JuanTV, One Life, One Love.
On the next episode of Ms. B, hairstylist extraordinaire Mr. James Valiant and the very beautiful Ms. Angel Jones. The beauty episode exclusively on Channel 1.